Hey, Eyes in Canada. My name is Samira Muzain, and I'm your Experience Manager EST for 2020. And I'm here to present to you every single thing you need to know about the 16 standards. To start off, I'll go through some definitions of words you need to know for all of this to make sense. Then I'll go through what the 16 standards are and then show you the standards. And then I'll tell you step by step how to fulfill them during COVID. And then, most importantly, show you the importance of a completion. First off, a realized. A realization is when an EP starts their very first day of work. So right through when they get through those doors, they have realized. A finished is when an EP finishes their exchange but has not completed any surveys or the like. A complete is when the EP has gone back onto their Isaac.org profile and filled out all their surveys, the LDA, the NPS, and the 16 standards. But you must be careful. If you have not fulfilled the 16 standards or the EP accidentally states as they take that survey that, like, say 5 of the standards weren't complete, then you will not get it complete and there is no way to redo that. So make sure the EP fills it out properly and that you express that you fulfilled them if you have fulfilled them. Or better yet, when you fulfill them. Okay, what are they though? The standards are, standards that every single exchange must fulfill for their exchange to have been performed properly. It shows that we delivered the Isaac experience that we promised. These standards have to be done by every EP to complete, whether this is an OGX exchange or an ICX exchange. Again, as I stated, the standards can be filled out on Isaac.org and they're under every EP's profile. It has to be completed after the exchange, though. Here are all the standards. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. You must fulfill these standards for an EP to get a complete. And they must fill these surveys out to get to that completion point. But as you probably noticed, I've bracketed 4 of the 16 standards, and that's because you get 4 options that where you can fail 2 of them. Let me reemphasize that. Out of these 4 options, you can fail 2 of them and only 2 of them and only out of these 4 options. You cannot say fail number 14, insurance. That would be an automatic fail for the 16 standards. But say if you missed arrival pickup number 8 and working hours number 12, it's fine. You can still get a complete. So again, if you fail 2 of any of the 4 standards right presented by the brackets, that is all right. But again, I highly recommend just fulfilling all 16. And as you probably noticed, the host LC, which is you, only in charge of fulfilling 12 of the 16 standards. The home LC is also responsible for fulfilling some of these standards. But it is your responsibility to make sure that the home LC has fulfilled these standards. A quick text or message can assure you of this. Okay, how to fulfill them with COVID happening? I'll go through each one step by step. For number 1, personal goal setting, the home LC is responsible for this, so make sure they do it digitally or virtually or however they want to do it. Just make sure they have completed it. Same with number 2, outgoing preparation seminar. Number 3, expectation setting. It's pretty simple. Just set a time to get them in a one-on-one situation where you can let them know all the expectations of the application, the job, and of being in Canada. Number 4, incoming preparation. Again, this will now most likely have to be done online via Zoom or something else, unlike previously where we were doing it in person. Number 5, development space with opportunity provider. A meeting with the company. That's basically what this is, and it should be done through the interview process anyway. Number 6, debrief with Isaac Home. Again, Home LC is responsible for this, but make sure they do complete it. Logistics. Number 7, visa and work permit. Basically, it's you provide them with all the assistance they need to get all their documents, and it will be on the Isaac directory for how to get them to fill out these documents. 8, arrival pickup. Again, with COVID happening, I know it is unlikely that people will be able to go to the airport and pick up their EP, but make sure you provide them with options. Say Uber, cab, whatever it is, you provide them with the option of getting to their home safely, to their new home safely. Number 9, departure to sport, exact same thing. For job description, again, it should just be the same as previously. Just state it clearly on iGTa. Same with duration, work hours. Just state it clearly on iGTa before any of the applications happen. First day of work. Previously, I know some of us were taking the EP to their first day of work and meeting with all the bosses and teams and the like, but that is unlikely to happen with the current scenario. So if they are actually working in an office, just make sure you help them with anything they may need logistically, say if they need to sign any last documents or the like. And you can do introductions and everything just via Zoom or whatever it ends up being. Okay, lastly, 14, insurance. Again, home LC is responsible to make sure that this is completed. Every EP has to get medical insurance before they arrive in Canada. Just make sure that they confirm that they helped the EP with this. Number 15, accommodation. Just assist them with finding housing, whether it's virtually looking around for them and the like, and just giving them a list of options. Number 16, basic living costs. Assure them the company is paying. Assure that the company is paying them at least the minimum of $2,500. If they are not, then this exchange cannot happen. Simple as that. One major update I would like to give, though, is for first day of work, just know because of the COVID situation that each EP has to mandatorily quarantine for 2 weeks. So their first day of work will have to be pushed back 2 weeks till after their arrival date, unless they start their first 2 weeks working from home. Okay, the importance of all of this and fulfilling this is to, first of all, it's a great measure of success of the exchanges to make sure we're not just ditching an intern into a new country with no preparation. It's a great measure in order to support our IR and see what they may need help with. It helps us with our marketing, collecting all the required data for analysis, allows the EP to give you feedback after everything. The LDA also shows the EP how they have changed since the start of their exchange. That's why completion is very important. It just helps you see everything that's gone on through the exchange, and it lets you get complete analysis of it. And most importantly, it holds us accountable to fulfill the 16 standards and make sure every exchange goes as best as possible and every EP gets that experience. Thank you for your time, and I hope you learned something new and that all of this was worth it, and have a great day.